Mental Health Action Day, and it's happening during Mental Health Awareness Month. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, 1 in 5 adults here in the U.S. live with a mental illness. That's why it's so very important to continue talking about ways to help. Joining me now is a licensed professional counselor, Megan Marchetti. Megan, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Brian. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Let's get right into it. What are some ways to support our friends and family who seem to have a mental health issue? And more importantly, how can we approach them?
That's such a great question. And I feel like the most important thing when it comes to talking about mental health is being able to have the conversation. We have come so far in our understanding and acceptance of mental health within our communities and our culture, but we still have a long way to go. There's a lot of stigma and a lot of shame that kind of surrounds the conversation that creates barriers to people talking about it and seeking support. So what we can do for our loved ones, for our communities, is ask the questions and have the conversations, check in with people, be able to create a safe and empathetic and sensitive environment to have conversations around mental health and normalize those conversations by talking about it. It helps us soften the shame or the stigma that might create barriers to seeking services. So even having conversations like this on a major news platform is incredible because it allows people to recognize, all right, this is a human experience and it's okay to talk about it and it's okay to seek support. So I think having those conversations and asking our loved ones questions and just creating a safe space to listen and be empathetic is one of the most important things that we can do.
Absolutely. I want to get more into those narratives in just a few moments, but what are some of the more common mental health illnesses, and then what are some of the symptoms as well?
Absolutely. Well, that's a great question. And any other mental health professional who's watching this right now will kind of connect with me when I say it really depends. Some of the most common mental health diagnoses that we see, obviously rates of depression and anxiety are at an all-time high right now, but those symptoms or how those symptoms can show up really varies from person to person. I think it's a very subjective experience. So some things to really look out for is any significant changes in mood, any significant changes in our behaviors or in our thought patterns. Something that I always look for as a therapist is any changes in somebody's functioning, or a different way to say that is how they are able to show up in their lives. How are they able to connect with their social communities or perform at work and school or take good care of themselves? Any sort of deviations to their kind of baseline level is always an important thing to look for. So maybe you're noticing yourself or a loved one is feeling really down and that's lasting for days and days on end, or maybe you're noticing that someone's kind of cycling through a lot of these really anxious thought patterns and they're not able to move on from those kind of patterns of rumination, or maybe someone's disengaging from their social groups or the activities that they really enjoy. So any sort of changes from somebody's ability to show up in their lives in the way that they would really want to is always something to pay attention to and to call attention to by having some of those conversations.
Yeah, absolutely. We only have a few more minutes here, a few more seconds here, Megan, but what can we do if you're going through having a mental health issue? What can we do to just have better mental health?
That's also a great question, Brian. You're asking good questions today, but I think one of the best things is to maybe share with someone who you trust, someone who you feel comfortable with, and let them know, hey, I'm going through something right now, or I'm just not feeling like myself. If you're noticing that someone you love is having some difficulties being able to ask those questions, and then seeking support. Colorado has a lot of incredible mental health resources, one of which is through the Health One Mental Health Therapy Center. So being able to just kind of look at different resources, see who is maybe in network with your insurance, who provides accessible healthcare, and making that phone call. Typically, the phone call is the hardest part to reach out to a therapist or a mental health center. But once you make that phone call or you reach out, you're always going to be greeted by somebody who is willing to meet with you and connect you with some supportive resources.
Okay, Megan, I wish we had more time, but thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And make sure to join us tonight for our streaming service as we continue our mental health conversations. Recovering from Crisis streams at 8 o'clock tonight. You could watch on your connected TV through the CBS News app.